If you have been running Google Ads Performance Max campaigns before, then you probably know what their biggest issue is. When you run a PMAX campaign and you want to scale it, it's a total black box. It's not very clear which campaign types within PMAX are actually driving the most performance, and especially when you scale them, things may fall apart sometimes because you're carrying campaign types that are not performing at all. And this is exactly what the newest Google update that has been announced quite recently taps into. So without any further ado, I want to show you how this may change PMAX forever and also for the better for us advertisers. So let's jump right in and I will share my thoughts with you right away. So just as a little recap, this is what the Insights tab of a Performance Max campaign actually looks like. You get some ideas of how your campaign is performing and what is generally working on a very, very high level. And you get some insights into your search term clusters, which is definitely not as good as a classical search term report for shopping and search campaigns, but you get some sort of ideas what's going on, right? And also when you scroll down, you see some audience insights. So in this case here, this is a client of ours that is selling car parts. And you get some of these audiences, their index value, which shows how relevant they are. All of that is helpful stuff if you are really serious about scaling campaigns and pushing things forward. And we spent quite a bit of time in these reports for our clients, but of course they lack a lot of depth. And the main thing that they lack is real understanding of the different networks and how they are performing, because what I can tell from experience is that push channels like images, videos, the whole Discover network that is now being used in demand gen campaigns is getting more important. And there are scripts out there and there are tools out there that help you better analyze what's going on. But of course, they are third-party tools. They are not fully accurate. They are not approved by Google. And they are therefore not the best way to optimize your campaigns to the best possible extent. So with all that being said, Google announced something that you can see here in this little screenshot. It's from their Twitter. I actually forgotten her name, sorry about that, but she was posting an image on X where she gave us the information that PMAX campaigns will, in the very near future, include something that is called channel performance, right? And as you can see here in this screenshot, the channel performance will give you an exact overview of, as the name suggests, the different channels are performing. So here you can see the Discover network, you can see Gmail, you can see Google Display Network. I assume that you will be able to basically tell exactly, or hopefully at least, literally how each and every channel is performing and contributing to the overall purchase volume. So shopping, search, Discover, Gmail, Display Network, YouTube, if they distinguish between that, right? If they don't summarize all of that up into something. And then as you can see here on this channel, on the screenshot, sorry, you see all channels, you see all ads, you see results. So probably we will be able to in all ads distinguish between image, videos, etc. Maybe we can select individual ads, but that's not what I'm thinking. I think you can select ad types. And here it literally gives you the actual number of results, in this case purchases, it gives you the purchase value. And this would be a game changer when it comes to boosting PMAX performance, right? Because as I said in the beginning of this video, the main challenge with PMAX remains that there is no insights into what's really working. I mean, you get these ideas like an asset is performing above average, it's performing good, right? It's performing poorly. This is better than nothing, but we have still no idea how the individual channels are contributing. And I'm not a huge fan of these PMAX feed-only campaigns where you just emulate the shopping campaign. Yes, we use them for our clients as well, and they work, but generally, I'm a bit more into shopping campaigns themselves rather than these shopping-only, feed-only PMAX. And we've started to generate and build and craft more and more assets for our clients. I'm talking about images here, right? A mix with, we're using AI, we're using manual editing, we're using manual overlays and much, much more, and build a bunch of internal processes for that, where we're actually helping our clients with building assets if they either do not have great assets or they cannot produce great assets for Google so that they can get the most out of PMAX. And so far, this looks very, very promising. But as all advertisers, we cannot tell with absolute confidence how the channels are contributing. So in a nutshell, this update will basically help you make better decisions for PMAX, especially in the scaling phase when you really want to do more of what's working. You know, everyone can get a PMAX campaign to do well or somewhat well, spending 2, 3, 4, 5,000 a month, right? But if you want to spend 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 a month, as we're doing in several PMAX campaigns here at Cartlift, you really want to, when scaling to the next level, understand where you can really drill down and, you know, how you should rearrange your PMAX campaigns and whether you want to use different asset groups and so on and so forth. So I'm absolutely looking forward to this feature. It should come very soon, because in the original X post, she mentioned something about, like, you know, over the next few weeks. And this was, I believe, something like 10 days ago or so. So I really look forward to that. If you don't want to miss out on further Google Ads updates, performance marketing, etc. for Google Ads, and for e-commerce especially, actually, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, that you leave a like on this video. Let me know in the comments if you really need this update, if you're using PMAX campaigns right now, and if you struggle with scaling your Google Ads campaigns for your e-commerce brand to the next level. Make sure that you check the link in the description to Cartlift, our very small boutique agency scaling e-commerce brands to the next level with Google Ads in a performance first way. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to see you in the next video again.